So, welcome to the White House. And Eid Shoma Mubarak. For the feeling of peace, for the sun after these long nights, for women, life and freedom. Freedom for freedom for freedom. Today, as the battle cry of women, life, freedom continues to reverberate around the world, we cannot celebrate the renewal of spring without thinking of them. This new year, they too should be surrounded by support and kindness. So to the girls and the women of Iran, I want to say, your song sings in our hearts. We see your struggle and we stand with you. You are not alone. It is my pleasure to introduce astronaut and future commander of our next mission to the International Space Station, Lieutenant Colonel Jasmine Moghbeli.
Thank you so much, Dr. Biden. Wow, never as a kid standing around the half scene for the Sol Tavil could I have imagined I would get to say these next words right here in the White House. Nowruz Shoma Mubarak. Last week, I went back to my elementary school and spent some time with the young students there. I remember when I was a student, my mom would come in each Nowruz and speak to my classmates about the holiday and our culture. It was at that same elementary school that my dream of someday becoming an astronaut began. While visiting, one of the students asked me, "Are you going to be the first woman to walk on the moon?" They were referring to NASA's Artemis program, which just last year completed its first test flight, Artemis 1, and will soon return astronauts to the moon, paving the way for future human missions to Mars. Thank you. I answered, simply and honestly, I don't know, but I could be. Isn't it amazing that I could say with complete honesty, as an Iranian American woman who wasn't even born here, that I have just as much chance as anyone else of being on the Artemis 3 mission?
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. I just want one commitment from you. When you head to Mars, you won't take Jill, so you can be gone too long. An astronaut, a Marine, a mom, a fellow American will take us to the moon, Mars, and beyond. That's America. Think about it. That's who we are. You know, folks, it's the start of a new year that reminds us of hope and what lies ahead from these darkest times so many have been through. And we know that this year's holiday comes at a difficult time for many families. Hope, where is needed more than ever, is going to be coming. Hope for families in Turkey and Syria who are grieving for the loss of far too many loved ones from that devastating earthquake. Hope for people in Afghanistan who continue to struggle with a grave humanitarian crisis. Hope for women of Iran who are fighting for their human rights and fundamental freedoms. Isn't it amazing how young your daughters or granddaughters are, how they're moved by what they see on television? It's amazing. Thank God it's hard for them to believe. It's hard for them to believe. The United States stands with those brave women and all the citizens of Iran who are inspiring the world with their conviction, and I have to emphasize their courage, their genuine courage. And together with our partners, we're going to continue to hold Iranian officials accountable for their attacks against their people.